Hey, it's Bernadette. So today we're going to talk about healing through support and asking for help, lessons in asking for help. One of the things I've noticed with a lot of people, and this is a lesson I have had to learn over and over again, is when we start to feel alone and when we start to feel unsupported and when we go through things and our emotions are getting tweaked and our egos engaging, the last thing we think about is calling someone and reaching out for help, right? We already feel like we're kicked in the gut and we don't want to be more vulnerable. We really need to get beyond that whole feeling judged before you even give someone the chance to be there for you. For some of you this week, this is a huge, and this month in general, this is a huge topic. Like, stop doing everything on your own. Stop trying to heal yourself alone. Stop trying to cope with life alone. Stop trying to be an island. We are not meant to be completely isolated, alone, and out on the edge of a cliff by ourselves. There's always help to be had. You can always find help if you're willing to ask, but that means being vulnerable. That means sharing your weakness, that you are not an island. You are not impenetrable as a fortress, right? I've talked to a few people who pushed it to the limit this last couple of weeks, that literally like weren't going to reach out for help. They could feel things sort of stacking up, whether it's anxiety or stress or overwhelm. You can feel it stacking. Every day is getting more intense, more intense, more intense, until finally a blow up happens. And then in crisis, you're posting things on Facebook or you're just isolating yourself and people are noticing. And then, people like me will come along and go, hey, what do you need? But sometimes, like even me, especially me, when it comes to like my kids and stuff, I don't intervene unless they ask, right? Like they're at the age where I'm not stepping in to help you. You have to ask. And as many of you that I care about and I really love and want to be there for you to help you, I can't do anything for you if you're not reaching out for help. We have our group on Facebook, Burning Gold, which is my public group. That's free. If you're not in that group, just go to Facebook /groups/Burning Gold and join. In that group, you guys are welcome to share with one another, to ask for help, to ask for guidance. If I don't answer, someone else will. and while it isn't a place to get free readings or stuff like that, it is a place really to ask questions. And if you need prayer, if you need support, if you just need, for someone to hear what you have to say, you need to vent and you can't do it out in the world, fine, do it. But it's up to you to ask, right? All of us are learning how to receive, and asking for help is part of that lesson in learning how to receive, right? And so many of you are like, well, I don't want to ask for help. If you don't ask for help, you can't get help. If you don't ask for support, you cannot receive support. You can't expect the world to read your mind. I see this in relationships when I'm doing readings and doing counseling with couples all the time. How come I'm not getting what I need? Well, did you ask for it? Well, why would I have to do that? Because the person's not a mind reader, and that's completely unfair to expect something from someone you have not communicated to that you need something a certain way from them, right? We're in this time period right now where this lesson of being open to community and being open to receive from all over the universe is playing out in all of our lives. We cannot do it alone, but it's this thing of I should be able to do it by myself. That's what the ego says. You should be able to handle this by yourself. There's something wrong with you if you need help from other people. How many of you guys have that ego conversation that goes off when you actually do need help? Whether it's that you need help around the house, you need someone to give a damn, you need someone to listen to you, your ego comes in and goes, nobody cares, or there's something wrong with you if you need other people, which is complete BS and complete ego talk. Even in charm life, some of you guys that are beginning, you're not even a year in charm life, sometimes you guys hit those places where you go through something and you don't want to share it with the rest of us because you think, well, everyone else is doing better than me. I don't want to look like, I'm behind everyone else in their lessons, which is ridiculous. Like I tell you guys, and I'm going to say it again, the only stupid question is the one you didn't ask. The only request that you can make that is the wrong request is the one you didn't ask, you didn't make. You cannot expect people to be there for you, complain about it, bitch about it. Oh my God, I'm always alone. It's always me. It's only me. I know this conversation because I was there in my 20s, right? I'm going to show everybody I don't need anybody. You guys know what I'm talking about? And then life just has a way, the universe has a way of lining things up on your path. You need people, you need help, you need guidance, you need objectivity. And then, it's up to you to humble yourself and ask for that help. So here's a couple of things you can do when you're afraid that you're going to dump your crap onto other people. And this is what I tend to do. And I do tend to rely on myself quite a bit. But every now and then it hits this place of yep, I can't do this on my own. I can't process it. I'm spinning in a circle. But the first thing I always do is get out a journal or get out an empty Word document and just dump all of it. When I'm going through the reactive stage of something, I dump it on paper. I get it on my computer. I try and tap on it if you know how to do EFT tapping or Ho'oponopono it. I do whatever I can to pull the emotions out of that thing, right? And then I look at it after I've just dumped it. You don't edit it. You just put it down on paper. Hey, Jaylee, put it all out there. You can go back and read it after you're all done writing it. Chances are by then you will have eased and relieved some of that pressure, okay? Once you've done that, then, and you're still I still need help processing this. And if you're still really anxious, I say go for a walk first. Burn off some of the physical energy, shake some of it off and just focus on your breathing, but go for a long walk or run in place or put on a song and dance it off. Do whatever you got to do. Because I don't want to hear all these excuses about, but it's raining outside, Bernadette, and it's snowing outside. Fine. Run in place. Turn on some music, dance your butt off. I don't care what you do. It's expel some of that energy, that trapped emotional energy, and then call somebody. And then you're not taking all of the reactive energy and dumping it. You're doing that first. You're working on your own to process first. And then you can have a rational discussion with someone where you can actually then move through whatever it is that you were reacting to. And maybe you don't know what you're reacting to. Maybe it was just a trigger. But in that way, you leave yourself open to receive help, right? And you also are not dumping on other people. You're actually taking care of yourself first and handling your shit, deal with the triggers, and then you can talk to someone about it. And then it doesn't feel so overwhelming. Because one of the worst things, and I mean, I have to do this as my job. So people do tend to call me in crisis, right? And dump a bunch of their emotional stuff. They call me in utter and complete panic. Blah, 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 happened. And they throw all of their emotions at me. I just get quiet. I just listen. And while I'm listening for what I can flip for them energetically and deliver back to them energetically different in the opposite place. And then I can actually give them some clues and advice for healing or work some energy with them. But it's an overwhelming thing as an empath. You guys know this. It's overwhelming when people they call you and they're yelling and they're freaking and they're crying and oh my God, everything's horrible. It's overwhelming, right? So if you, as this place of, I don't want to dump it on others, I don't want to bother anyone, I feel like I'm a burden, fine, process first. But you're robbing other people and prejudging them as not able to handle your energy, your problems, your whatever, prejudging them before even allowing them to be there for you. And that's not fair either. And that also isolates you. And that is a program of the ego that will keep you separate from everybody else. We are all one. We are all connected. So when one of us hurts, the others hurt, whether or not we realize that's why we're hurting. Sometimes if our belief system and our experiences has told us asking for help causes problems, or if we have enough experiences as people get irritated when I ask for help, we actually create that. We actually are projecting that that's what's going to always happen. So then that is the only thing we can draw to us, right? If you're getting rolled by this energy and you're having your own experiences, you're having your own shortages, you're having your own lack show up, and you cannot get out of it by yourself, you can do a couple different things. You can do what I told you and write your stuff down, and then reach out to someone that you care about and that cares about you, that you trust, share it with them. You can call someone like me and I will walk you through it and process through it with you very quickly, right? That's your other option. Or you can go to a counselor and sit in counseling for a while. It's up to you how you want to do it, right? Like, I don't believe one of the reasons like doing any kind of processing work and spiritual counseling work with me goes faster is because I'm not restricted to the same sort of terms of treatment that counselors and psychologists are limited to. I'm not one of those people that like, I ask you how you feel. I'll ask you how you feel, but in the same time, I'm digging under layers on a psychic level to figure out what really is going on. And then we go through exercises to help you shift. Right now, it's really important that a lot of you who have done a lot of this dark night of the soul and spiritual awakening work, and you've been going through your own stuff, and you're feeling very isolated, and maybe you're a little depressed or stressed, and you're letting the ego talk you into holding it all in and you can handle it all by yourself. You may very well have this lesson right now that, if you have been working on this for more than a day, you need to go get help. Talk to somebody. Stop thinking that nobody's there for you. If you don't give people the opportunity to be there for you by being honest and say, I'm struggling with something right now. I don't know if I just need to talk it through. I just need an objective viewpoint, whatever. One of the things with men, that tend to get them in trouble is we tell them what's going on with us and they think we want them to fix it, when in fact we don't want them to fix it. Sometimes we just want someone to listen. Sometimes it's just the act of vocalizing it, articulating it out loud that allows us to see where we're getting in our own way. That's why I say put it on paper first. And if it's still not making sense, then, reach out. But that goes beyond just needing emotional support and someone to talk to. If you are struggling with something, ask for help, right? So I hope that you guys understand this. And it's a huge deal for those of you who are sensitive and empathic and overgiving. You're great at giving, you suck at receiving. You need to learn that this is part of receiving. Part of receiving is asking for what you need when you need it, right? Not expecting like the world to just mind read. Anyways, so that's the lesson for today. This is not time to be a fortress, to be an island. It is time to create community, ask for help, ask for what you need, and stop trying to do everything on your own. Like I told my daughter, she was like, oh, should be able to do this on my own. No, ask for help. Good thing you did. Like it's humbling, but it takes a mature individual to say, I need help. I need help. Like I can't do all of this on my own and I'm ready to crack. I got my own stuff going on, and that role of being a parent right now and a teacher for my child is too much right now. Could you help me? It's humbling, but it's big to be able to do so, and even bigger to be able to receive it. And in the end, it's better for everybody. Better for the kid. I get to help. Bella got to help. And her sister gets to take a little bit of a mommy break, which we all need. I have been a mom for 27 years, and to this day, I still need mommy breaks. All of you that are moms, you know what I'm talking about. It takes a village. We cannot do these things alone. But as much as it takes a village to raise children, we are all spiritual children. It takes a village for all of us to get our needs met and to grow, right? Properly, healthy, and in a way where we feel valued and seen. If there's anything you can get from these live streams I keep doing for all of you, and all of this content I continually put out for you and the messages I deliver from Spirit, it's that you are important, right? I am not doing this for my health. Like truly, I don't need to teach all this stuff to you guys and support you guys for my health, for my edification, for my ego. It is truly because I care about you guys. I care that I want to be able to give you something, right? I didn't have a teacher when I was young and dumb and an empath and had no idea even what that was. I had nobody helping me through these things, and we did not have the internet. So be blessed by these things. Thank Spirit for them, not me. I'm just the messenger. But if you can get anything out of it, hear what I'm saying. And I'm speaking directly to you if you are listening to these words. You actually do matter. You are worthy and you are important. You have a purpose here, and it's time that you embrace whatever lessons that you are going through to a place where you can accept the fact that you are loved, you are loving, and you are worthy. Okay? That's from spirit, and that is from your higher self. You need to get that so that we can all move on this planet in a happy, healthy way. All right. I love you. I will see you guys in the next live stream.